What is up, guys? It's Cootie here bringing you guys another Storm 4 discussion, and I want to talk about enhancements that could be improved to make the game better in the terms of graphics, alright? Because we all know graphics is very important to the game. Now, it's not everything to the game. Of course, the gameplay is something big, but let's talk about the graphics and what would make this game more appealing and more better for us, or much better for us, because of the fact that, you know, we've been seeing the same stuff for the last, like, what, 2 or 3 years, basically. So what they could do on the next gen system to just give us a little bit of a new, I guess, mental state in the game or something. I don't know how to explain it, but you know, just to give us something new, what they could add to this game to enhance it is, what if during the battle your clothes like your clothes gets messed up. Like, say if you're Sasuke and you remember when Sasuke was fighting Killer Bee, how Killer Bee cut him up with the sword and then his clothes started to rip. What if in, you know, Storm 4 they ended up actually using that? Like, imagine if you took damage and you actually got bruised up, cut up, a little bit of blood on your face, you know, because there is blood in the show, so why can't there be a little bit of blood in the game? Now, I'm not talking about Mortal Kombat where after the fight you see like motherfucking Naruto's jaw like halfway ripped off. I'm not talking about that type of blood, but I'm saying like just like a line of blood over somebody's face, their clothes all messed up. And just imagine that. Also, another thing that I was thinking of is, you know, what if before the fight there was a cutscene? You know, say if you're like just a regular cutscene, like a Injustice Gods Among Us type of cutscene. Just imagine that. Tell me that would not be fucking cool. Like Naruto ends up jumping off a big ass toad into the ground, and he's like, "Oh, I'm ready to fight." You know how he's always hyped and shit. And then you see Sasuke coming off a fucking snake. Imagine that. That would be fucking epic as a cutscene before the match starts. And sometimes there would be like depending on what characters you choose, it would make like a creative one, like one that only those two people could make, like Kabuto and Orochimaru, and Kabuto in the snake form and Orochimaru in his regular form, and Orochimaru's like, "Wow, you're a copycat," you know, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Tell me that would not be a very good idea. And then at the end of the match, you know, they do their little cutscene. Well, they already basically have that in Storm 3, but I'm talking about in the beginning of the match. Imagine that. That would be fucking beast. Honestly, I think that's a great ass idea. It gets us more into the game. And think about it, there's so many characters into the game that, you know, all of those cutscenes could be new. And, you know, who knows, we might not even get tired of them. And since there's so many team type based characters that, you know, in certain characters they're gonna make, you know, like that certain intro before the fight, you know what I'm saying? So I think that is a very good idea. But I think the one with the, you know, clothes getting messed up and blood, I think that's more of a chance, because there are a lot of characters in Naruto, so I don't think they're gonna be able to make a cutscene for every single one of them. But with, you know, the clothing getting ripped up and stuff, I think that's an excellent idea, and I think it'll just bring us that much closer to the game, because it would make it like the anime. Like, I just don't understand how, you know, you go into a fight as, you know, let's just say Naruto. You go into a fight as Naruto, and then you almost get like fucking your ass whooped, like you almost lose, and you come out of the fight and there's not even a scratch on you. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good idea if they add like their clothes getting torn up, scratches on them. And, you know, by torn up I don't mean like, you know, their shirts fully come off and shit, because if that was the case, then, you know, the girls can't really use that, because then it'll be a rated M game. But I'm saying just like a little cut up. If it's Sasuke, then you know how Sasuke my favorite Sasuke, I forgot which, Korin Sasuke, you know how Korin Sasuke has that little sleeve over him, like it's almost like a vest type thing. Like, alright, so when he gets his ass whooped, it's completely off, like it's just completely shattered and like torn up and shit. I think that is a very good idea. CC2 should definitely do something about that, because I think it's a good idea. I don't know about you guys. I know a lot of people want to just talk about the gameplay, but I want to talk about the little stuff as well as the gameplay, because the little stuff is what makes a game unique. You know what I'm saying? Like, in certain games, you know, when you see rain dripping off the window, you're like, wow, dude, I cannot even believe they took that much time and effort to do that into the video game. You know what I'm saying? It's the little things that you gotta look for in video games. Not always the big thing, but also the little things. So with that being said, my next discussion is going to be on one of the big things that everyone likes and everyone knows. So I'll let that be known. You know, you'll see that when when the next storm discussion is. But tell me, would you guys like to see that? And I just want you guys to understand that the little things do matter. So that's why I'm talking about something like this. Alright? As always, peace out. Kuri out.